Chase Brice getting ready. 6'2" sophomore, the backup quarterback.
Oval game, and it seems like he's got the ability to respond to it on a season level as well.
Right, they believe he is incredibly mentally tough.
That plays into it as well.
I also wonder, however, as Chase Brice is now in the ball game, the backup quarterback, he's looking to run it across the 20. And he will scamper ahead, take
the team, just focus on, you know, their standard of play and how they play and not what everyone else is saying.
He keeps talking about, you know, there's a lot of football in front of them. Quick pass here to Powell.
Like a Tennessee or a school like that, some of those brand name schools, you know, maybe aren't as good as people think they are. And if they were playing in the ACC, you know, wouldn't look all that different. And
I know that shocked a lot of people, the final score, not necessarily the fact that Clemson won the football game, but they won it in such dominating fashion. Long pass to the end zone and incomplete.
What an awesome throw by Chase Brice. He's got Lynn J. Dixon on John Lamont. We talked about linebacker. That's a matchup Clemson likes. It's been great.
6'2", 230-pound sophomore in the pocket, throwing again, and broken up, incomplete.
Nice,
sure,
for that matter.
And as you mentioned, you know, he showed up in the North Carolina game, which they won, and you wonder if they're also paying for what was
better.
I do remember that vividly. Frencher on the toss.
Competition. It keeps guys involved. It keeps them energized throughout the marathon of the season.
Brice to go airborne and going deep and overthrown.
They know they're going to get an opportunity, and he thinks it helps them play their best football late.
Well, it certainly happened last year, didn't it? As they were playing their best at the
in coverage, and
looks good now.
He looks great now and was a great player. And as you said,
in the final seconds on a field goal.
You just think about what a recruiting tool it is to have, you know, kids come visit the school.
And for the football, the environment, the culture here, the restaurants are pretty darn good too. And we've found most of them on our 3 trips, or certainly a lot of them. That one incomplete.
Few of those. We've seen some close ones, and obviously it was a close one today with North Carolina and Duke.
That one decided on an interception. Overton heading for the end zone. He is in for a touchdown.
Nice roll for this football team, and you know, a lot of people believe that he could be a starter elsewhere.
Early on, Dillon had some very good carries and some healthy gains, and one very memorable one. This one a long bomb, but that's going to...
You know, in ETN, from talking to the coaches, they really have been impressed with how he's kind of asserted a leadership role in the running back room with those guys, and outstanding player that I think sometimes can get lost in the shuffle because of the great wide receivers and quarterback.
It's hard to believe. You know, a guy who had 192 yards rushing